Welcome, everyone. Thanks for... So here's Miami's starting group. They've got Norman Powell. Smith is out there with Tyler Hero. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Wiggins in at the 4 spot. And for Chicago, we've got Trey Lyles. Josh Giddey is out there with Anthony Simon. Then it's Bruce Ellis. And it's Holmes in at the 5th spot, manning the middle. So, Greg, with All-Star voting underway, there are plenty of deserving players, but only 12 spots for each conference. It is very difficult to choose.
And that's why it feels like someone gets snubbed every year. I'd love to see the league expand the rosters to 15 spots. Remember, we had 12-man rosters back when there were only 9 teams.
Here's Powell. Following the three-point basket by Chicago. Out to Smith. Just 4 to shoot. Shoots over Simon. Smith, no luck. Chicago has gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. The 3. It's hauled in by the Heat. They beat the Bulls during their last encounter in Chicago.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
Here's Lyles. Hits the three-point bomb. And it's the Heat with the ball. 9-point game. Coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
Right, they looked like they were asleep on that end of the floor. No one was talking. No one was paying attention. Yeah, it was rough.
Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Buries the long-range jumper.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
It's stolen by Lyles. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Lyles got 5 now.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Just a bit ago, Billy Donovan and I were able to chat. Like everyone, he's impressed with Adebayo's relentless nature. He said, quote, "We have to match his intensity at both ends, trying to keep him off of the glass and trying to keep the ball out of his hands. Coach knows they can do it for stretches, but he wonders if they can do it for a full game." Guys, back to you.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. And it's Smith missing.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
Fires it up. Giddey, no good.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him all.
And last season, the Heat with their worst finish in a decade. Greg, it was surprising.
Well, the Jimmy Butler saga hung over the middle part of the season. The team's best player had 1 foot out the door even before they traded him. So now this team pivots towards that younger core.
And here are the Heat now. The Bulls knocking down the 3. Powell, the pass to Smith. Adebayo down low. 23 points for him the last game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis.
From about the extent of Adebayo's range, just far enough to keep the D honest.
Now, here's Simons. The lead is 15. Lyles kicks to Simons. Here's Giddey. And a miss there on the triple. Heat have gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. The shot by Powell, no good. Now the Bulls with it. What a stretch they've got going here. 17-2. Powell with the steal. And here's the fast break. Here's Adebayo. Finished off the break.
I love seeing Adebayo run the floor like this. Fantastic job leaking out and beating everyone to the spot.
And the Bulls decide to take their first time out here. And the Bulls will go for a different look here. Daniel Tice is checked in for Richaun Holmes. Kevin Knox comes in for Trey Lyles. Corey Joseph's checked in for Josh Giddey. And Monte Morris subbed in for Anthony Simon.
And off to an incredible start here from long range.
2 minutes.
And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Buzelis. And a closer look here at the hustle stance for the Bulls.
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
And also, given the game is more fast-paced nowadays, I like the way they've capitalized in transition, keeping their foot on the gas.
Here's Knox. Another three for Chicago.
Yeah, they built up this lead 3 points at a time.
We'll see if they can keep this pace. Not sure they can win it by relying on just the three.
Pass to Ware. And a wide open look for Hero. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. On the wing, Morris. And the three off target. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Trailing by 19. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
And there's that vertical of Hero. Gets off the floor with ease and just hammers that one down.
And the basket by Knox.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now, Hero. Had a 24-point outing in their last game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis. Pass to Fontecchio. 5 on the clock. Hero passes to Larson. And that one is hammered home.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Knox. The shot's good on the assist by Morris. Knox has got 12 in the game.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Hero from long range. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Looks like it could be a big night for him. Very strong start here in the first quarter.
Sinks the three-pointer.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
And so it's Chicago with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Right back after this break. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a comfortable margin for the Bulls here, guys.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
In this league, it is so hard scoring in the half court, so you have to run every time you get the opportunity.
On the floor for Miami, Andrew Wiggins is out there with Jaime Jaquez. And it's Smith. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Larson in at the 2 guard. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Hey, Bam Adebayo is now the Heat's all-time leader in double-doubles. Bam said, I want to be number 1 in some, if not all of these categories. I just have to keep improving and keep chipping away. And then it's just focusing on getting these wins. Back to you guys.
Good priorities. Thanks so much, Allie, for the report. In the corner, Knox with it. Shoots over Jaquez. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo.
And, guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
And you couldn't get a better shot off? Like, come on, you got to make the extra pass. Like, being a teammate will go so far in this league.
The Heat shooting their first foul of the night. And the technical free throw, missing that time. They'll retain possession here, however.
And you watch Adebayo, he really has everything you could ask for from that 4-5 position. Not a stretch big per se, and that's partly why he shoots such a high percentage.
Richaun Holmes, he's checked in for the Bulls. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. And you think of the great shot creators. Richard, how underrated is footwork to what they do?
Oh, it's very underrated. It's not just big men. You look at guys like Jalen Brunson, Kyrie Irving, even going back to Kobe Bryant. Great footwork will always enable you to get off your shot.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
On the wing, Jaquez. Holmes with the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Lyles passes to Knox. It's hauled in by the Heat. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Not his best efficiency this quarter. Look, sometimes that's how it goes.
Smith kicks to Wiggins. To the paint. They get a hand on it. And here is Holmes. No scoring in this one. Bulls moving the ball around. Giddey, no good. The Heat trail by 16. Down low. And Wiggins gets it to go on the assist by Jaquez.
Yeah, they've got to do a nice flow this quarter.
Pass to Knox. From deep. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Inside, Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
And it's been an efficient game for Adebayo. He's done a nice job finding the holes in the defense.
And his ability to efficiently score, that's really helped him out in this one, putting them ahead on the scoreboard.
To the inside. And Adebayo throws it down.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Giddey the pass to Knox. And here is Simons. There's the triple. Powell pulls it in.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Pass to Knox. On the wing, Giddey. Back to Knox. Off target from three-point range.
Yeah, and that three-point shot, it really has looked awful here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do. Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
You can see it in that game, despite the odds going against them. Once it got to OT, they had that belief and resolve that they could win.
When they say don't give your opponent confidence, this is what they mean. They were allowed to hang around, and by the end, they were the team that believed in themselves.
Launches it. Here's Ware. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
For Miami, they had started out 0 of 1 from the line, missing their only other attempt earlier. And Miami making a change here. Larson's checked in. And so Ware nails both of them.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throws.
Pass to Joseph. Back to Knox. Here's Morris. He's covered by Hero. Here's Knox. The shot's good on the assist by Morris. Morris has got his 5th assist in this one. Now Ware. Defended by Tice. Hero from long range. And again, it's the Heat missing. Here's Knox. And it's off from three-point range. The Heat trail by 12. To the middle. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Over to the wing. Launches a 3. Miami grabs the miss. Ware's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Powell. They get the rebound. Fontecchio. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Fontecchio's got it back down to single digits for the Heat. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Here's Knox. And again, Chicago. No good. Stolen by Joseph. Pass to Knox. Here's Buzelis. Three-pointer. Knox misses. With 2 seconds left, and he hits the jumper for 2.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring. Able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
And so that brings
Chicago 45.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to Chicago. Came out looking very confident. They ended up scoring 14 unanswered points, really doing damage early. That's all for now.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. The Heat trail by 6. We've got Anthony Simons. Miles out there with Holmes. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Booz Ellis in at the small forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
Norman Powell.
The shot's good.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Pass to Booz Ellis. Lets the 3 fly. A three-pointer is right on target. Booz Ellis has got his 3rd basket of the night.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Powell dishes to Smith. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. The Heat shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. And that one misses. And the second free throw, good. The Bulls leading by 6. Out to the right wing. Here's Booz Ellis. Another 3 for Chicago.
There's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
And the foul called on Josh Giddey. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in.
And just very little chance of that pass finding the target from that distance.
Bulls moving the ball around. Simons from outside. And the Bulls, another 3.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Simons from outside. Good on the triple. Simons has got 2 now from beyond the arc in the 3rd for the Bulls. Down low. And the shot is good. The Chicago lead has been cut to just 11 points in the basket from Powell.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
3-pointers, Simons. It's good from long range. Simons has got 9.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Well, Bam Adebayo is big time. Coach Eric Spoelstra said, quote, "The way he's worked over the years to add to his game has been incredible. He's one of the best passers on the team, and he's not afraid to take the shot in a big moment. He cares deeply about improving, and you see it in the results of his work." Back to you.
High praise indeed. Allie, we thank you very much.
And one of the more active big men in our league. Adebayo never stops working.
And these are his 2nd and 3rd free throws tonight.
Yeah, he's averaging 80% from the line, and he has been as steady as they come at the strike.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Daniel Tice comes in for Rashawn Holmes. And it's Joseph in for Josh Giddey.
And amazing what they're doing on offense here. Perfect from the field to start the half.
Hero against Simon. From past the arc. Hero, no good.
Nothing just seems to be bouncing his way today. Mama said there'd be days like this. They have missed his production.
Simons from outside. Another 3 for Chicago.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
The assist.
Oh, great job moving the rock by Hero. Not a ball stopper. Tyler is a team player.
Right side, Simon. Fires from deep. Great D that time from Hero. The Heat trail by 19.
2 minutes remaining in the 3rd.
To the inside. The shot by Adebayo, no good.
And give the defense credit. He was met at the rim.
Joseph finds Simons. Back to Joseph. For the 3. And there's Simons on the assist from Joseph. Simons has got 18 points in the game.
This is not the same guy we saw in the first half. Credit him for finding a way to shake off those first 2 quarters.
Timeout called, the Heat. And as the NBA gets more involved in global basketball, Richard, you and I were just talking about this. Commissioner Silver wondering about shortening games to 40 minutes. What are your thoughts?
Well, in the game of 2K, I think the sweet spot is about a 5-minute quarter. But in real life, if you change 48 minutes, there will be a revolt.
Monte Morris is checked in for Anfernee Simons. Simone Fontecchio, he's checked in for Miami. Pass to Buzelis. Puts up a 3. The shot's good on the assist by Morris. Morris has got 6 assists now in the game. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Next game, they'll take on the Pacers in Indianapolis at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. Morris kicks to Lyles. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds, given what the scoreboard says.
Shot's good by Hero.
Assist
Oh,
from
a dead-eye shooter. Hero is always ready to snipe it off the feed.
That's tipped. Stolen by Hero. All alone. Finishes the break with a slam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Yeah, once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Morris outside. Here's Buzelis. And again, no good by Chicago. Jaquez the pass to Hero. Puts up a deep 3. And the 3 ball is good. Hero's got 12.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it. When it ain't broke, leave it
Until someone stops him, just let it roll.
And here at the end of the 3rd quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Bulls lead by 12. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the 4th quarter gets under.
Trust each other. Let's get that ball moving.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the floor for Miami, starting the 4th, we've got Khalil Ware. Norman Powell is out there with Andrew Wiggins. And it's Smith. And it's Hero into the shooting guard. Tice. And not a good shot for him. They can get better looks than that. The Heat trail by 12. Here's Wiggins. Lays it up off the glass. That's now 8 points for Andrew Wiggins.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Giddey, no good. They're looking to trim the deficit to single digits. There's Hero with a 3. And the Heat, another 3.
Their 3-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this 2nd half.
Pass to Giddey. 3-pointer. The shot's good on the assist by Morris. Morris has got his 7th assist here tonight.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Here's Powell. And the rejection by Holmes. On the wing, Giddey. The tray. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Bulls.
They've been just suffocating on defense the whole game. Look at their shot blocking. The opposition doesn't have any room to breathe.
And also the hustle showing through with all those steals and not giving much breathing room for the offense to operate.
The Heat trail by 13. Powell outside. The shot, no good. Nice defense from Giddey. Pass to Buzelis. No good on the triple. The Heat have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the 4th quarter. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
I'm telling you, when Wiggins takes off, you better buckle those seatbelts.
Giddey kicks to Tice. Nice shot from the wing.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Outside, Hero. Offline with his 3.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Giddey finds Tice. Over Wiggins. Another one falls for Chicago.
I mean, a 6'8 playmaker. Giddey is a point forward, and he piles up the assists.
Now a timeout called by Miami. Well, Josh Giddey provides a floor general's mentality, RJ, in a 6'8" frame.
Yeah, he sees the floor extremely well and prides himself on his ability to create easy looks for his teammates, especially in transition.
Changes for Chicago. Miles check in for Daniel Tice. And it's Simons in for Monte Morris. Heat also with the sub. Adebayo is checked in for Khalil Ware. And now Allie Lepore says something for us from the sideline.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra said to the team. He did his best to light a fire under them, saying, we have to fight. Now is the moment. We have to come out of this deficit swinging. Guys?
Allie, thank you so much.
And they're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Hero, that's a two-pointer. And it's off the back rim, no good.
They say it's a make-or-miss league, and there's sometimes that you miss.
On the wing, Giddey. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. Jaime Jaquez, he's checked in for the Heat.
Miami substitution. Jaquez.
The Heat trail by 16. Here's Hero. And another field goal in his total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
Man, Hero is sinister off the dribble.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
It's time now to present our player of the game, Matas Buzelis.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
The lift he got from this home crowd has been obvious. There's nothing fans love more than getting a big game out of someone other than one of their stars. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And Bam invites so much contact inside. That's how he earns that trip to the line.
And Adebayo drops them both. Bulls leading by 15. Right wing. Lets it go with a 3. And the basket by Knox. Knox has got 26.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
And it's Smith missing. Bull shooting percentage, 59%. The offense is running smoothly.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Chicago.
One area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
I think it sparked their offense. It deflates the opposition. And when you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's pretty hard to overcome that defensive pressure down the stretch.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And they're able to even the score of this series at a game apiece. Still, 2 more to go in the season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Buzelis.
I think people could learn a lot from how versatile he was in this one. Whatever the situation was, he found a way to be a difference maker.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Smith with it. Holmes covering. Nice pass. Nice catch and a resounding dunk. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. 22 is their biggest lead. To the right side. Pass to Knox. Fires from way outside. And that comes off the assist by Giddey. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin.